Let's jump right into this explainer because today we are looking at a truly fascinating biological paradox. Picture two 65-year-olds who share the exact same birth year, but have entirely different cellular realities. One of them might have the cardiovascular fitness, cognitive sharpness, and muscle strength of a healthy 50-year-old. But the other? They might be operating with a biological profile closer to an 80-year-old, burdened with accelerated arterial stiffening and declining brain volume.
So imagine stepping into the shoes of a medical detective. You discover that while one person is absolutely thriving with the vitality of a 50-year-old, the other person's body is silently operating like it's decades older. This massive divergence between chronological age and cellular reality isn't just a flip of the coin or random luck. It's the cumulative result of decades of lifestyle choices, environmental exposures, and biological processes that are constantly either accelerating or hitting the brakes on the fundamental mechanisms of cellular aging.
Now, this is absolutely crucial to understand. Aging is not a fixed destiny. It's a measurable, highly malleable biological state. Chronological age, that fixed number of years since you were born, is actually a pretty terrible predictor of your overall health outcomes. The real gold standard here is your biological age. That's the actual functional state of your cells and tissues, and the amount of accumulated molecular damage they carry.
Enter epigenetic clocks. Thanks to the booming field of geroscience, these clocks serve as our ultimate detective tools. They let us see exactly how fast our cells are deteriorating. And no, this isn't science fiction. These are highly advanced mathematical algorithms, like the Grimm age and phenoage. By looking at patterns of DNA methylation from just a simple blood draw, scientists can predict remaining lifespan and disease risk with remarkable accuracy. And the absolute craziest part? Research shows we can literally tick these clocks backward when we apply the right lifestyle interventions.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to investigate 5 definitive clues of accelerated aging: declining grip strength, chronic inflammation, disrupted sleep, cognitive slowing, and skin aging. And then we'll wrap the whole thing up with the master reversal protocol.
Let's start with clue number 1, declining grip strength.
This one usually surprises people. Adults over 60 with low grip strength face a shocking 16% higher risk of all-cause mortality. That actually makes it a stronger predictor of longevity than blood pressure. Now, grip strength, which you measure with a simple handheld dynamometer, isn't just about how strong your hands are. It's a direct readout of your entire neuromuscular system, your hormonal environment, and your whole body inflammatory burden. Simple functional movements, like how fast you walk or how easily you can stand up from a chair 5 times in a row, are massive, flashing indicators of your true biological age.
Moving right along to clue number 2, chronic inflammation.
Scientists call this inflammaging. Chronically elevated inflammatory markers in your blood aren't just happening randomly. They are driven by highly modifiable lifestyle factors that are constantly activating your immune system. This chronic, low-grade inflammation is the biological thread that connects almost all major functional declines. Basically, if your markers are high, your cellular damage is accumulating way faster than it's being repaired. But look at these drivers: excess visceral fat, poor sleep, a messy gut microbiome, chronic stress, or missing out on key nutrients like vitamin D and omega-3s. Every single one of these is correctable. This is absolutely not a fixed destiny.
Let's look at clue number 3, disrupted sleep.
You can see the stark contrast right here. Biologically older adults get drastically less deep sleep. And deep sleep is the critical window where your brain's glymphatic system essentially takes out the trash and clears away toxic proteins. If you're aging too fast biologically, your deep sleep might plummet to just 2% of your night, compared to a robust 18% in biologically younger adults. Without that crucial deep sleep, toxic amyloid plaques build up in the brain, telomeres shorten a lot faster, and the hormonal environment your body needs for tissue maintenance just progressively falls apart.
All right, clue number 4, cognitive slowing.
We aren't just talking about occasionally forgetting where you put your keys. This is about processing speed. Cognitive slowing actually reveals the physical deterioration of the myelin-sheath axonal highways in your brain, which is a direct consequence of inflammation and insulin resistance. Think about those neural pathways like the rubber coating on your phone charger. When inflammation is high, sleep is terrible, and you're deficient in key vitamins, that wiring frays, and the signal naturally slows down. So a slower reaction time isn't just some quirky sign of getting older. It's a literal biological readout of accelerated aging wreaking havoc in your neural networks.
And that brings us to clue number 5, skin aging.
A lot of people dismiss skin aging as purely cosmetic, but no way, it's incredibly revealing. The exact same toxic sugar protein compounds causing your skin to wrinkle are simultaneously stiffening up your arteries and your kidneys. We call these advanced glycation end products, or AGs for short. When you notice an accelerated loss of skin elasticity, deeper wrinkles, and slower cell renewal, you are literally looking at systemic glycation, collagen degradation from chronic inflammation, and exhausted cellular energy production. It's a highly visible outward window into your inward cellular health.
Which brings us to the most exciting part, number 6, the reversal protocol.
This is where we take the power back. By combining diet, exercise, targeted nutrients, and sleep, you create a powerhouse, interconnected anti-aging protocol that treats the root causes of all 5 signs we just talked about. Progressive resistance training, it doesn't just build your biceps. Clinical studies show it can actually reduce your biological age by a mind-blowing 2 to 8 years. Switching to a Mediterranean or MIND diet directly cuts down the sugars and ultra-processed junk driving that skin and arterial glycation. Optimizing your vitamin D, magnesium, and zinc corrects really specific biochemical vulnerabilities. And finally, rigorously prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of sleep paired with mindfulness directly drops the cortisol levels that fuel systemic inflammation.
I absolutely love this quote. Biological aging, unlike chronological aging, is not a one-way street. It can be slowed and in meaningful ways reversed. That is a powerfully empowering realization, right? Your biological clock is not a fixed destiny. It's a mechanism you can fundamentally control. People over 60 who have incredible vitality aren't just lucky. Whether they realize it or not, they are applying the exact principles that science has now validated as genuinely anti-aging.
So, here is the big question I want to leave you with. You now know the clues, and you hold the master protocol. What evidence-based choices are you going to make today to rewrite your biological destiny? The clock is ticking for sure, but you've got the power to wind it back. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.